Welcome to Founders Feature, a podcast powered by Closers.io, where we dive into the journeys of innovative entrepreneurs and explore the road ahead for them and their companies. I'm your host, Zach Young, and in each episode, we uncover the stories behind impactful ventures, the challenges faced along the way, and the strategies driving their future growth. Today, we're joined by Zach Monaco, a fitness specialist and entrepreneur who helps men who already work out consistently lose their stubborn gut and achieve a flat stomach in just 90 days through his Proven Transcend Program. Zach delivers targeted strategies that cut through plateaus, optimize results, and transform physiques for busy guys ready to reclaim confidence and peak performance. With a no-nonsense approach backed by real client success, he empowers consistent trainers to finally ditch the belly fat holding them back from their best selves. Zach, a very, very warm welcome to Founders Feature.
Appreciate it, man. I'm happy to be here.
Absolutely. Going to be a great episode. A lot to dive into here. Before we do, I do like to start with your background, though. So before fitness coaching, could you walk us through what were you doing previously and what was really your inspiration to get into this space?
100%, man. So I guess it would date back to when I was like 12, 13 years old in middle school, man. I was always the kid that would never really pay attention to school. Like I was never that kid that liked to sit down and focus in on what's going on, like in the school environment. My head was always elsewhere. And back when I was younger in those days, I was a big, big fan of, I'm not sure if you're aware of, I'm pretty sure like everybody knows, like WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment. I was a big fan of John Cena, all these other guys, and I always wanted to be like them, built like them, and just, you know, be admired like they were. That I saw my friends were also admiring them. I'm like, damn, it'd be cool to look like that. And I had that aspiration at 12 years old, and I was kind of delusional to think I could get there at 12 years old, but that's kind of what it takes, you know what I mean? Just to like take that messy action. And I remember one of those days that I really committed to myself of like, I'm just gonna go home and just start cranking out sit-ups on the basement floor at my mom's house. And I did that. I took a blank piece of paper and just started doing sit-ups. And I was doing them by the hundreds, and sooner or later I started seeing abs. And then, when I turned 15 years old, going into the beginning of high school, I got my dad to drive me over to Planet Fitness. Then I started getting into there. We would only do the weekends because obviously during the week it was for school and that was the big priority. But, on the weekends, man, that was my heaven. That was my paradise, going to Planet Fitness at the time. And as I got older, got my own driver's license, started driving myself, and from there, man, I just started building the love of it more and the mastery of it. And, you know, here we are present day, and now we're coaching, and it's very fulfilling.
Love it, dude. That's been your calling since a young age. You knew from, well, I think 10, 11, you said fitness is for me. I love it.
Fitness is for me, 100%.
Love it, dude. Hey, how old are you now? How long have you been coaching for?
I'm 23 now, and February 2024 is when I officially started into the business. So I would say in 2 months, it'd be 2 years.
Nice. Very good, man. Starting young, that's for sure. Let's dive
100%.
into the business today. Can you walk us through, what does working with Zach look like? Who are you typically working with? How do you structure your work with your clients? Everything like that.
100%. So, who am I typically working with at the moment? It's mainly men that I've been working with over the past couple of years. I would love to expand my clientele to more women too, but I've obviously, I've always heard from a mentor of mine in business, like your client chooses you. And it's always just been men that have been coming to me seeking guidance. And that's who I've loved working with too. Like a lot of them seem like a lot of the previous versions of myself and a lot of the issues that I struggled with when I was first starting my fitness journey. So I can solve their problems, at the level that I'm at here, where they're starting from here, because I was once there. And it's like, it's really easy to just put myself back in that mindset of like, oh, I had no idea, the nutrients that my body needs, or, what to actually do in the gym, how to properly execute it, that kind of thing. And what it's like to actually work with me, well, it's one-to-one coaching. It's very much intimate, that you have my phone number. You can contact me whenever you want. Send me your form videos. I want to make sure my guys are being safe, but they're executing it properly. You do get meal plans with me as well as making sure that I give you the proper macronutrients to make sure that you're eating properly for your body, for the goals that you told me that you want to accomplish. All the
Mm.
basic stuff, like, going to the gym, you have your program made for you. None of that research that you have to do on your own. Um, but it's also much bigger than just fitness, right? It's more than just the physical aspect of food, kitchen and gym. It's the mental aspect. It's the mindset that it takes to acquire, the body that you've been looking for, that you've been wanting. You ask me any questions that you want. If we need to, if you're struggling, we hop on a Zoom call, just like kind of what we're doing right now, and we discuss what we need to needs to get better, right? If your time management is an issue, let's figure it out. How can we make that better, right? That sort of thing. And other problems that are very nuanced that you can't just chat GPT it or you can't just Google it. It's something that needs to be, sorted out with someone that's been there, done that, and knows how to execute it.
Yeah, I love the personalization. That's for sure. It's needed in fitness. And like you said, you're not just a fitness coach. You're also essentially like a mindset life coach, right? Because
A little
one of the
bit.
reasons why a lot of people, they don't have the body they want. They've been working out for a long time, but they still look a certain way that they're not happy with. There's probably some sort of mindset block, right? Oh,
Yeah,
I can't. It's something from my past. It's whatever. And then you're there for that as well, right? So you're so much more than a fitness coach. I like that distinction a lot.
it is. It is a huge mindset block for sure. Like, and people would be, I've heard of people, I've hopped on calls with people on Zoom when they're on a discovery call with me that have told me that they've been trying to lose the same 10 pounds for 10 years. And it's like, damn, man, like you could have done that with me in maybe like 2 months if we really locked in like that. So yeah, you're right. It's a huge mindset, you know, game for real that you
Yeah.
gotta learn to navigate. And you can obviously you can do it by yourself or you can do it with someone that's been in there and done that. And I like the fast option. Speed equals success, and I like to win. And I want to see my clients win. That's why they're here.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Do you want to try to lose weight for 10 years or do you want to spend a little bit of money and lose it in 3 months? Come on, people. What are we doing here?
Exactly. And you keep it off. Like, you built the mindset to actually be the person that's capable of keeping it off. Because a lot of people, I think in America, it's a statistic that 95% of people, when they lose the weight, they'll actually gain it all back within the span of like 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
So I hate to see those stories. I hate to hear about them. But they're very real. And I just want to make sure that none of my guys come into my program and end up like that and then having to come back. Because at the end of the day, yeah, I want to change their life, but I also want to make sure that they have the skills necessary to do it on their own and make sure they can coach themselves, lead themselves, and eventually even teach their kids, teach their wives and whatnot.
Mm, absolutely. It's more than them, right? You
It's
teach
more than that,
them, it'll go to other people around them. Absolutely.
100%.
Looking to the back end of the business for a second. How are your clients currently finding you to work with you?
Yeah, so majority come from social media. A lot of it is posting through content or on my stories and how I show up. For the most part, I operate off of Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at the moment. I just started getting back into YouTube. It's been a while. It's been like 5 to 6 months, and I've actually watched a couple of my videos from then. And I actually think to myself, wow, like the mindset that I had then is so different than where I'm at today. And it's crazy the amount of growth that could happen between just a 6 month time span, not just physically, but also mentally. And for the most part, it's just social media outlets.
Gotcha. Okay. It seems like, especially post COVID, the fitness space is blown up with coaches, right? So, in a very saturated market, how do you go about standing out from the crowd?
That's a good question, man. I mean, I would honestly say like I try, I used to have that mindset and like, "Oh, so saturated, like there's a lot of coaches here." I would be doing a disservice by telling people not to be fitness coaches. You know what I mean? Because there's still a big obesity epidemic in the country. And I don't like to look at it as like saturated or whatnot. Like, yeah, there are a lot of fitness coaches, but there's not a lot of influential fitness coaches that are making the difference that they want to. And even myself, like, I'm still not where I want to be as far as the influence that I want to make. But I do know that I'm like in the right trajectory of getting there. But when it comes to working through that, it's just about not just, talking about knowledge because anybody can acquire like, information, but not everybody has wisdom. And that's what I like to give off to my clients and get off to my audience on social media, the wisdom that I've been able to gain over the past 8 years inside of the gym for myself. Because like I said, man, like people could technically look up on ChatGPT, give me a workout plan or a diet plan, but they don't have somebody in their corner that has garnered the human trials and errors that they very much have to go through that ChatGPT just cannot like make it happen in a switch in a blink of an eye, right?
Yeah. We need the human connection. We
Oh my
need
God,
it.
it's required. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So social media, I'm curious about your social media strategy, right? You said you were doing some YouTube, Instagram's kind of your main, are you a long form, short form kind of guy, maybe a mix of both? Walk us through your
Yeah.
strategy there.
Yeah, man. I mean, a lot of people, I think, when they get into social media, they have this misconception of like, oh, if I can't get like 100K followers or, this big of amount of followers that I'm just never gonna make it or anything like that. I mean, I know people that have way less followers than me. I'm almost at 1,000 on Instagram, but I know people that have less than that are making almost triple the amount that I am. You know what I mean? So it's crazy what the power of social media actually holds. But my overall strategy is just showing up as authentically as I possibly can. Like, I don't try to, BS my way through like, looking at other content creators and like, oh, like, you know, it's called my mentor of mine, my business mentor, he called it steal like an artist. Like maybe you take an idea of someone, their general idea, and then you craft it into your own thing. And I like to do that as well. But for the most part, I love doing short form. I love doing long form. I wouldn't say I prefer one over the other. Maybe short
Mhm.
form just because it's shorter and to the point. And that's a skill that I love to work on, like just getting more direct. Because sometimes I do beat around the bush and don't even realize, but I do like short form a lot. But long form is definitely YouTube for sure. And that could be king for some people. Some people really develop a relationship with you when you're talking in a long form content wise. So
Mhm.
my overall strategy is just kind of, making the video in the moment of the emotion when I have it in my head. I used to write the idea down and then I'll make it later, but the emotion is gone. So the feeling is taken out of it, and then I have to manually put it back in. It's very a difficult process, but once I have that emotion and I feel it, I'm like, ooh, this idea is in my head. I try to make it as fast as possible because that's where the feeling comes from, and people can sense that through the camera. So that's what I've been doing for the past couple of
Yeah.
years.
Genuine human connection. Absolutely. We talked a little couple minutes back, about, hey, invest in a coach, a mentor, whatever it is, speed
Yeah.
up your results so much faster than you can do it yourself. You mentioned you have a business mentor. Tell us a little bit about that. How has that process gone?
Yeah, so at the moment, I don't have him as my mentor, but he definitely influenced me a lot in where I am now. I probably will be investing into a business mentor coming up very soon just to scale beyond where I'm at now. But I would say my first mentor, he was great. I mean, he was a great in the fact of like, I came into this with no knowledge, like literally no knowledge, as most people do when they start out their business for the first time. And he gave me a lot of the background information on how to properly set my social media up for success and how to actually serve clients at a higher level and just overall walk the walk so people can look at you as the authority and know that you know what you're talking about and that you know that they know that you can get them results if they were to work with you. So I would say he's just helped me out in a lot of ways. Of also giving me the mindset, right? Because there's a mindset when it comes to fitness, but there's also a big mindset when it comes to business. And combining the two together just makes you that much more powerful for yourself as a leader.
Yeah. Very well said, man. It's both. You got a yin and yang, whatever you want to call it. You got to get
Yeah,
both of them.
yin and yang.
Absolutely. Okay, cool, man. Well, I'm curious about the future a little bit. Let's say
Yeah.
2026 is coming up quickly. You got any
Uh-huh.
goals you've set for yourself in the business you're looking to achieve next year?
Oh man, 2026, I've thought about some of the goals. I mean, I would definitely say I would like to add, some revenue where I'm at currently, probably, you know, maybe hit like my first like 10K month for sure. I would say that would be a great goal. And I would say I would like to hit 50 clients. I think 50 clients would be a great place to be. Maybe hire my first coach. That would be awesome, to deliver at a higher level instead of just always being the guy that's like wearing all the hats at the same time.
Yeah.
So that would be really cool. Um, I think for right now, I think those are my biggest goals for now.
Nice, man. That's a big one as a business owner is finally getting to the point where you get to be a business owner and not just have a high paying job.
Yeah.
right? You get to work
Yeah.
on the business, not in it. That's a cool
Yeah.
place to be.
It
Bringing
is.
it in for his
It is.
people. Great goal to have. Great goal to have, right?
100%.
Then you're a business owner. Very cool, man. Zach, where can the listeners find you? Where can they connect with you online?
I'm on Instagram at Zach J Monaco, with the H, like both of us. And then on TikTok, same thing, Zach J Monaco. Facebook, regular Zach Monaco. And then YouTube is also Zach Monaco.
Zach Monaco everywhere. Perfect, man. Zach,
Yes,
pleasure
sir.
having you on, my friend. Thank you so much for your time today.
Appreciate you, brother. Thank you.
Absolutely. And that will wrap up another inspiring episode of the Founders Feature. To our listeners, if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to go and connect with Zach on all of his social media. All of those links will be in the show notes and description down below. And if you are a business owner, specifically a coach, consultant, or agency owner, and you're looking to scale your business, and you really want to enhance your sales and marketing efforts, visit closers.io to hop on a call with our team and discover how we went from 0 to 30 million per year in less than 3 years. Until then, keep on climbing.